Star Platinum is one of the most iconic stands in the whole series. Wielded by Jotaro Kujo, the protagonist of Stardust Crusaders, this close-range stand is named after the 17th tarot card, the Star, symbolizing discernment, optimism, and hope, which aligns with Jotaro's role as a resilient hero capable of overcoming immense challenges. Star Platinum first awakened when Jotaro began experiencing bizarre stand-related phenomena, notably when he locked himself inside a jail cell to avoid harming others after a series of inexplicable violent outbursts. This occurred as a result of the Joestar family's connection to the reawakening of Dio Brando, whose use of Jonathan Joestar's body triggered stand awakenings across the shared bloodline. Star Platinum's abilities are rooted in its unparalleled physical power. It excels in close-range combat, possessing incredible strength, speed, and precision, as it can stop a literal bullet by catching it just in time. Its enhanced eyesight grants Star Platinum exceptional sensory capacities, allowing it to see at a long distance to detect enemies but also identify meaningful details, such as when it used this ability to identify a specific type of fly in the background of Dio's picture, thus giving Jotaro a hint on Dio's location. Its signature move, Aura Aura, unleashes a barrage of rapid and precise punches powerful enough to pulverize enemies and destroy objects as resistant as diamonds. His secondary attack, Star Finger, is a move where Star Platinum extends its middle and index finger to perform sneak attacks and stab opponents from outside its range, countering its close range restrictions. In the latter half of Stardust Crusaders, Jotaro discovers that his stand is the same type as Dio's stand, the World, thus awakening Star Platinum's hidden power, Star Platinum, the World, granting Jotaro the ability to stop time like his enemy. When activated, Star Platinum is able to halt the flow of time for a brief moment, causing everything around him to appear frozen in place. Only Jotaro remains conscious, and able to move or interact with any object or person within his range and apply force to them. His combination of overwhelming strength, precision, and time manipulation makes Star Platinum one of the most formidable stands in the series. Magician's Red is a stand by Muhammad Abdul, a loyal ally of the Stardust Crusaders during their dangerous trip. This fierce humanoid bird-like stand is named after the tarot card the Magician, which represents new beginnings and the unification of the physical and spiritual worlds, concepts embodied by Avdol, as the Crusaders link to the spiritual world of stands, and his vast knowledge. Avdol awakened Magician's Red before the events of Stardust Crusaders, likely during his youth as part of his natural stand potential. By the time he meets Joseph Joestar in the group, he's already adept at wielding its fiery power. Magician's Red manifests as a humanoid figure with avian features, symbolizing its connection to fire and its elemental mastery. Its primary ability is pyrokinesis, allowing Avdol to create and control flames with incredible precision and power. These flames are not only highly destructive, but can also be shaped into various forms, such as binding ropes or projectiles. One of its signature moves, Crossfire Hurricane, unleashes an impressive barrage of flaming inks, forming a fiery storm. Another variation of this technique, Crossfire Hurricane Special, splits the flaming inks to cover a wider area, enabling Avdol to perform more complex maneuvers and sneak attacks by manipulating each ink. Additionally, Magician's Red can use a technique called Red Bind, a flaming rope that allows it to tie its opponents by imprisoning their legs, arms, and neck, burning oxygen around the target and suffocating them. Magician's Red is also versatile in combat, capable of countering ranged and close-range threats alike. He also presents sensory abilities using his life detector technique, which consists of forming a heat radar in the shape of a cruciform mass of psychic flame, detecting any movement, breathing, and stand energy. And really quick, if you enjoy these no-nonsense, straight-to-the-point videos covering all sorts of anime topics, then make sure to like this video and subscribe. And if you're feeling extra supportive, then consider clicking the link in the description below to check out and purchase some of our new merch. This greatly helps support the channel and keeps sponsors away from these videos. But anyway, Silver Chariot is the stand wielded by the fierce Jean-Pierre Polnareff, a chivalrous and flamboyant swordsman who joins the Stardust Crusaders later on during Part 3. Its inspiration comes from the tarot card the Chariot, symbolizing determination and victory. These traits align with Polnareff's personality, as he's a tenacious warrior driven by his quest of justice and personal redemption. Polnareff's stand likely awakened during his youth, stemming from his natural fighting spirit and strong will, which shaped his proficiency with Silver Chariot even after joining the Crusaders. Silver Chariot is a humanoid knight-like stand that specializes in unparalleled speed, which can be high enough that it's able to dodge bullets at point-blank range. Silver Chariot can intercept and cut enemies at the speed of light, as demonstrated against Hanged Man, who is stated to have traveled between reflective surfaces at the very same speed. However, as weighted by its armor, Silver Chariot's speed reaches its full potential after shedding its armor plate, rendering it more vulnerable as a trade-off. In this state, Silver Chariot is able to appear in multiple places at once, due to moving at speeds faster than a human eye can process, thus creating illusionary afterimages. Additionally, Silver Chariot uses a rapier as its primary offensive attack, capable of delivering rapid and devastating thrusts, with strikes so fast they can create the illusion of multiple blades. This adaptability allows Polnareff to adjust his tactics mid-battle, exploiting a stand's offensive capabilities to outmaneuver enemies. Despite its focus on close-range combat, Silver Chariot has demonstrated impressive versatility and strategic potential. Polnareff's unwavering determination and mastery of Silver Chariot made it a standout stand, embodying the strength and finesse of a true swordsman. However, upon being pierced by the arrow, Silver Chariot evolved into a new, darker form, introducing Chariot Requiem, a humanoid stand shrouded in darkness, and manifesting an immense threat, as it acts on its own out of Polnareff's control, walking endlessly towards an unknown destination while protecting the arrow at all costs, making him a berserk stand. As an unstoppable force, this mysterious stand can reattach its detached limbs, and make other stands turn against their users. However, its main ability, Soul Manipulation, activated upon manifestation, forcefully putting any living being in the entirety of Rome to sleep. During that deep sleep, Chariot Requiem switches the soul of one organism with that of another regardless of species. If a body physically dies, the soul currently inhabiting it will die too. In this case, the previous owner is able to take over their own body provided it's still suitable for life. However, this is just a preliminary stage, as Chariot Requiem's true ability is complete control of all the souls of all living beings in the entire world. With enough time, the stand will begin to transform souls affected by its ability into the souls of unidentifiable otherworldly beings, causing horrifying mutations. The theorized result would be the complete metamorphosis of every organism in the biosphere, both in body and soul, into completely new and absolutely unknown entities, showcasing how terrifyingly powerful this stand truly is, despite lacking offensive power. As powerful as the stand is, it does have a critical weakness. If anyone looks at Chariot Requiem, they may notice that its shadow will always be opposite of the observer, regardless of any ambient sources of light. What appears as Requiem's shadow is the shadow of the observer's own soul. The stand manifests itself in this shadow. To accomplish this, it manifests a psychic light source, which always hovers behind one's head and is only visible to the person to whom it's attached to. A stand can destroy the marble emitting the light in order to defeat Chariot Requiem, putting an end to its darkness. The World is a stand wielded by Dio Brando, the megalomaniac antagonist of Stardust Crusaders. This revered yet feared stand draws its inspiration and name from the tarot card The World, which represents completion, success, and infinite potential, traits that Dio embodies in his quest for godlike supremacy. Dio's stand awakened during his acquisition of Jonathan Joestar's body, and his subsequent connection to the Joestar bloodline. This awakening was catalyzed by Dio's use of the stone mask to transform himself into a vampire, later synergizing with his prolonged exposure to Jonathan Joestar's body and the latent stand energy linked to it, thus awakening stands in the whole Joestar bloodline. The World is a stand of immense power, rivaling Jotaro Kujo's Star Platinum in both physical strength and precision. It specializes in close-range combat, delivering devastating punches with exceptional force and speed. However, its most extraordinary ability is its power to stop time, allowing Dio to freeze the flow of time for everyone except himself and his stand, while also being able to move freely and attack during this time. Initially, Dio could stop time for a few seconds, but this duration increased to 5 seconds with practice, as he grew more adept to controlling the stand. The World's time-stopping ability is crucial to Dio's dominance, enabling him to always outmaneuver and overwhelm his opponents. Crazy Diamond is the stand of Josuke Higashitaka, the protagonist of Diamond is Unbreakable. Its name and abilities are inspired by the song Shine On You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd, reflecting themes of brilliance, nostalgia, and restoration. Josuke's stand awakened during his childhood, but its true potential became apparent in his teenage years. Crazy Diamond is a humanoid stand, with immense physical strength and remarkable speed, rivaling Jotaro's Star Platinum. Its most unique ability is Restoration. Crazy Diamond can restore or revert objects or organisms to a previous state in their history through contact, allowing it to repair objects, revert chemical changes, and even heal living beings, though it can't heal Josuke himself nor bring the dead back to life. This power extends to reassembling broken items, fixing mechanical objects, and creatively altering materials, such as trapping opponents by reshaping walls or floors. Additionally, Crazy Diamond can also willingly botch the process, and fuse objects together by punching them and affecting them at the same time. This restorative ability is both a tool for compassion and a weapon in battle, as Josuke uses it tactically to outwit opponents by reversing damage or creating advantageous scenarios. Crazy Diamond exemplifies Josuke's dual nature, a tough combative spirit paired with a compassionate desire to help others. The Hand is the stand of Okuyasu Nijimura, a close friend and ally of Josuke. Its name is straightforward, but reflects its literal devastating ability. The stand's inspiration does not stem from a tarot card or musical reference, but its thematic simplicity emphasizes its destructive power. Okuyasu awakened the Hand due to his family's connection with the bow and arrow, a catalyst for stand manifestation in Morio. Though Okuyasu has access to one of the most potent stands in the series, his lack of strategic thinking often limits its full potential. This humanoid stand with a heavily armored appearance specializes in close-range combat. Although lacking in speed, its erasure ability is what defines it. With a swipe of its right hand, this stand can remove anything in its path from existence, whether it's physical objects, space, or even enemies. What's removed doesn't merely vanish. The surrounding matter or space collapses to fill the gap, effectively allowing the hand to manipulate spatial positioning, such as teleporting objects or even people closer to Okuyasu. This ability has versatile applications in combat, such as closing distances between Okuyasu and an opponent, or removing obstacles to create strategic advantages. However, due to Okuyasu's impulsive nature and lack of precision, he often uses the hand's power haphazardly, which has backfired at times. The hand's simple yet overwhelmingly powerful ability underscores the concept that raw potential can turn the tide of any battle. Killer Queen is the stand of Yoshikage Kira, the meticulous and sinister antagonist of Diamond is Unbreakable. Its name is inspired by the song Killer Queen by Queen, reflecting its elegance, precision, and deadly nature. Kira's stand awakened due to his latent potential and connection to the bow and arrow, which he deliberately sought out to strengthen his already formidable abilities. The stand's manifestation is a reflection of Kira's obsessive need for control and perfection, using it mainly to erase evidence of his crimes and maintain his secret quiet life as a serial killer. Killer Queen is a humanoid stand, with feline-like features, embodying a sleek and menacing design. Its primary ability is the power to turn anything it touches into a bomb. By activating this, Kira can detonate objects or people remotely, just by pressing his right thumb, as if pressing a trigger, completely vaporizing them to atoms, without leaving a trace. Additionally, if anyone touches the current bomb, whether it another person or an object, the new victim will automatically be blown up instead, making his base ability even more lethal. Killer Queen's abilities expand further with two additional bomb-based powers. The first, Sheer Heart Attack, is an autonomous heat-seeking secondary bomb that relentlessly pursues its target and detonates on contact, making it nearly indestructible due to its separation from Killer Queen's main body. The second ability, Air Bomb Transmutation, is an attack created by the symbiosis of Killer Queen and Stray Cat, turning Stray Cat's condensed air bubbles into virtually invisible air bombs, capable of instantly atomizing anyone it enters contact with, making this attack completely unpredictable. Crazy enough, Killer Queen's deadly abilities don't end here. Upon getting pierced by the arrow a second time, born from Kira's desire to conceal his true identity, resulting in a bomb more complex and dangerous than the previous ones, introducing Bites the Dust, an independent bomb that implants Killer Queen itself into a host body who knows the real identity of the murderer, making them the new stand's host. When planted, it automatically activates when Kira's identity is revealed in any way, willingly or unwillingly, implanting a miniature Killer Queen into the eye of the person, causing a brutal explosion, ultimately killing them. The bomb can detonate multiple people in the vicinity simultaneously if they discover Kira's secret from the host. However, after detonation, Bites the Dust does not only blow up the victims, but it blows up time itself, creating a temporal loop that resets time to an hour prior. Due to this ability being autonomous, nobody except the original host remembers the events, as Kira himself isn't aware of the time loop taking place. All actions performed in the previous loop become fate, meaning they're destined to occur as they happened. Slight deviations may happen, but anyone killed by Bites the Dust in a previous time loop is destined to explode at the exact time they were previously killed, regardless if they reactivate Bites the Dust, or even if they interact with Hayato in the current timeline, making Bites the Dust a truly lethal and unstoppable ability. Heaven's Door is wielded by Rohan Kishibe, the eccentric and self-assured manga artist. Its name is inspired by the song Knocking on Heaven's Door, embodying the stand's thematic connection to the knowledge and exploration of others' lives. Heaven's Door awakened in Rohan as a manifestation of his immense creativity and desire to understand human nature in its rawest form. Its abilities align with Rohan's inquisitive and somewhat intrusive personality, allowing him to deep into the deepest aspects of people's minds. Heaven's Door is a unique stand that does not directly engage in physical combat, but instead possesses one of the most versatile and terrifyingly effective abilities in the series. It allows Rohan to open a person like a book, revealing their memories, thoughts, and life experiences in written form. By reading these pages, Rohan gains intimate knowledge of his target's past, along with his skills and intentions. Moreover, he can alter the memory of any individual and write commands into the pages, compelling the target to follow them without resistance. For example, he can render someone incapable of harming him, or force them to divulge sensitive information. These commands take precedent over the target's free will, making Heaven's Door a powerful psychological and strategic tool. Despite its non-combative nature, Heaven's Door is an invaluable stand, capable of turning the tides of any battle. Sticky Fingers is the stand of Bruno Bucciarati, the steadfast and charismatic leader of Team Bucciarati and Golden Wind. Its name is inspired by the album Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones, symbolizing adaptability and resourcefulness, qualities that define Bruno's leadership and fighting style. Sticky Fingers likely awakened naturally as part of Bruno's stand potential, brought to light through the influence of the stand arrow, and his determination to protect those he cares about while navigating the harsh realities of his world. Sticky Fingers is a humanoid stand, with a sleek design adorned with zipper motifs, which represent its unique and versatile ability, the power to create zippers on any surface or any object. These zippers allow Bruno to separate, connect, or open up objects, spaces, or even parts of living beings, either to heal his allies or piece up his enemies. This ability can be used offensively, such as dismembering enemies and attaching a stand's arms for increased range, by creating escape routes or hiding spots that tear space itself. Bruno can also use the zippers to, quote, unzip his own body parts, effectively dodging attacks or avoiding fatal injuries, such as when Bruno separated all of his body parts, including his own heart, to cease its beating to escape the sensory skills of an enemy. The ability even enables him to store items or people within zipped spaces, making it a practical tool outside of combat. Moody Blues is the stand of Leona Baccio, a former police officer and a loyal member of Team Bucciarati. Its name is inspired by the English rock band the Moody Blues, reflecting themes of introspection and retrospection, which align with the stand's investigative abilities. A Baccio stand awakened naturally as a result of his strong sense of justice and desire to uncover the truth, which persisted even after his disillusionment with law enforcement. Moody Blues is a humanoid stand with a sleek futuristic design, featuring a prominent clock face on its forehead that symbolizes its ability to rewind time. This stand specializes in replaying past events within a given area, allowing a Baccio to uncover what happened in precise detail. By setting a specific time, Moody Blues transforms into a replica of a person or object involved in the events, and reenacts their actions exactly as they occurred. A Baccio can even fast forward the replay or even pause it. This ability is invaluable for gathering intelligence and solving mysteries, though it lacks direct offensive capabilities, as it's not very suitable for combat but rather for investigation and analysis. This stand still has another weakness, as it must stay immobile for a certain period of time, depending on how far away the event is in the past, in order to charge up the replay, making it vulnerable and unable to defend itself or its user. While Moody Blues can't harm opponents directly, its ability to reveal crucial information often gives the team a strategic edge in battles. King Crimson is wielded by Diavolo, the enigmatic and tyrannical leader of Passion. Its name is inspired by the British progressive rock band King Crimson, whose music is characterized by complexity and surrealism, mirroring the stand's intricate and seemingly paradoxical nature. King Crimson likely awakened after getting pierced by the arrow, when it was uncovered and brought back to Italy. It was then born as an extension of Diavolo's cunning, paranoia, and obsession with controlling his destiny. reflecting his desire to dominate time itself and eliminate all threats to his reign. King Crimson is a humanoid stand with an imposing sinister design, featuring a prominent face embedded into its forehead that represents its substand, Epitaph, which allows him to foresee near-future events and Diavolo's own fate, granting him the power to predict any incoming threat, making sneak attacks ineffective against him. King Crimson's main ability, however, revolves around time manipulation, granting Diavolo unparalleled control over the flow of events. This stand can erase segments of time, during which actions proceed as intended, but other people will be unable to experience what happened, and no one except Diavolo retains memory of what occurred. After the allotted time frame, they'll suddenly find themselves in the situation they were supposed to be afterwards. This effectively allows Diavolo to bypass any event he deems disadvantageous, such as attacks or unfavorable outcomes, while positioning himself advantageously when time resumes, enabling Diavolo to anticipate and counteract threats with absolute precision. Together, these abilities make King Crimson nearly invincible, as enemies are rendered helpless against attacks they cannot perceive or avoid. Stone Free is the stand of Jolene Kujo, the determined and resourceful protagonist of Stone Ocean and the daughter of Jotaro Kujo. Its name is inspired by the song Stone Free by Jimi Hendrix, symbolizing freedom and individuality, which resonate with Jolene's desire to break free from the constraints of her circumstances and assert her identity. Stone Free awakens when Jolene is pricked by a fragment of the stand arrow hidden within the pendant given to her by her father. Its emergence marks a turning point in her life, granting her the means to fight back against the forces conspiring against her in the Green Dolphin Street Prison. Stone Free is a humanoid stand with a sleek, futuristic design, characterized by its powerful build and the ability to unravel itself into sharp threads able to slice through flesh. This unique power allows Jolene to manipulate her stand in versatile ways, such as stretching its range, weaving intricate traps, or even reducing her own body into threads to slip through tight spaces. The threads can also function as a medium for detecting vibrations and sounds, giving Jolene an edge in stealth and sensory awareness. Despite its adaptability, Stone Free excels in close combat, delivering rapid and devastating punches akin to Star Platinum. The threads also serve as a lifeline in numerous situations, allowing Jolene to improvise and overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. Weather Report shares the same name as its user, a mysterious and soft-spoken ally of Jolene Kujo. Its name is inspired by the jazz fusion band Weather Report, reflecting its connection to atmospheric phenomena and the versatility of its abilities. Weather Report awakened as a manifestation of West Blue Marine's latent stand potential, influenced by his traumatic past and deep-seated emotional turmoil. Its powers align with Weather Report's calm yet unpredictable demeanor, serving as both a shield and a weapon throughout the journey. Weather Report is a humanoid stand, with a striking design resembling a weather deity, adorned with cloud motifs and a hat shaped like a sun. Its primary ability is complete control over weather and atmospheric conditions. This includes manipulating air currents, temperature, and moisture to create phenomena such as gusts of wind to propel himself or other objects, and can also create torrential rain or thick fog. Weather Report's power extends to more specific applications, such as generating oxygen-rich environments underwater, or manipulating the concentration of specific gases, such as oxygen in close areas, while also being able to create clouds or using precise lightning strikes to attack enemies. This ability makes it one of the most versatile and unpredictable stands in the entire series, as it can literally bring unlikely elements of weather like rain or poisonous frogs. A terrifying extension of Weather Report's power is Heavy Weather, an ability unlocked when weather-suppressed memories stolen by Pucci began to resurface. Heavy Weather generates rainbows that emit subliminal signals, causing those exposed to perceive themselves as snails, physically transforming their bodies in the process. This grotesque power highlights the stand's immense and often uncontrollable potential, capable of destroying the ozone layer, making it a weapon of mass destruction in the wrong hands. Whitesnake is the stand of Enrico Pucci, the enigmatic and fanatically devoted priest in Stone Ocean. Its name is inspired by the rock band Whitesnake, symbolizing transformation and desire, core themes of Pucci's journey to achieve his ultimate goal of creating a perfect world. Whitesnake is a humanoid stand with a sleek, ominous design, wearing executioner-like attire with menacing aura. Its primary ability revolves around illusion and manipulation, allowing Pucci to create hyper-realistic dreams or hallucinations to deceive and incapacitate his enemies. This psychological power complements Pucci's cunning nature, enabling him to manipulate events without direct confrontation. However, its most dangerous ability is extracting discs from a person's body, representing their stand ability or memories. Pucci can store these discs or implant them into others, granting them new powers or altering their memories, effectively controlling or neutralizing his targets. The ability to manipulate others by removing or implanting critical parts of their identity makes Whitesnake one of the most insidious stands in the series. Whitesnake is the first evolution of Poochie's stand, which later transforms into Sea Moon and eventually Made in Heaven. Gold Experience is the stand of Giorno Giovanni, the ambitious and altruistic protagonist of Golden Wind. Its name is inspired by the album Gold Experience by Prince, symbolizing vitality, transformation, and Giorno's aspiration to bring life and hope to a corrupt world. This stand awakened naturally, as part of his latent potential, inherited from his lineage as Dio's son and a descendant of the Joestar bloodline. Its abilities align with Giorno's ideals, allowing him to create life and bring growth and transformation wherever it's needed. Gold Experience is a humanoid stand with an elegant golden design, making it look almost ethereal. This stand also lacks pupils and irises, giving it a more mysterious look. Its primary ability is the power to imbue inanimate objects with life, transforming them into living beings, such as plants, animals, or even insects. These creations retain unique properties that Giorno can use strategically, either offensively in combat, such as turning a brick into a snake to use its venom, or transforming a bullet into a beetle to redirect an attack. Or it can be used defensively, such as creating trees and plants to escape the enemy. These lifeforms created by Gold Experience reflect any attack or damage delivered to them back to the attacker, making these lifeforms unstoppable until Giorno cancels the effect and returns the object to its original inorganic state. The ability also extends to enhancing life energy, allowing Giorno to heal wounds, rejuvenate allies, and even sense life itself. However, this healing does not work on himself. A unique aspect of Gold Experience's power is the ability to overload an enemy's senses. By striking an opponent, he can accelerate their perception of time, causing them to experience life at a slower pace, effectively incapacitating them and torturing them. While this stand is already strong by itself, after getting pierced by the arrow, Gold Experience ascended to a godly-like state, introducing the ultimate stand, Gold Experience Requiem, an evolved version of the original stand, with fully developed eyes and an otherworldly appearance. It even possesses a calm, almost mechanical personality, as it can operate outside of Giorno's consciousness. This ultimate stand possesses destructive raw power coupled with immense speed, capable of overwhelming any opponent facing it. It also keeps its original life-giving ability. However, its ultimate ability is more complex than the previous one, a power so strong that not even Giorno himself is aware of it, as this ability is fully controlled by the stand, granting it the uncanny power to nullify all actions and willpower of anyone who opposes it, preventing their actions from becoming reality and altering fate itself. Once the effect activates, there is no escape, and any act the opponent performs will be reverted regardless of their ability or strength. But this godly ability does not end here, as any opponent attacked or even killed by Requiem has the very fact of their death nullified, causing them to continuously and indefinitely experience death over and over again, in various scenarios in an infinite time loop. These terrifying abilities showcase the ultimate power of the stand, and the layers of Giorno's personality, who can be equally kind and cruel. This only covers a small portion of every stand in the series, so like this video and let us know in the comments below if you want us to cover every single stand in one big video. But until then, click the video you see on your screen right now to learn about every apostle in Berserk, and we'll see you there.